What's a food that you can't eat due to its texture? Tripe. Anything chewy like gristle, or really fatty parts of a steak. Cottage cheese. Liver. Oysters. I haven't had this in a long time, but kidney. My mom used to put it in stew. It had to be one of the weirdest textures I've ever felt. Anthony Bourdain would hate this sub. Snails. Balut from the Philippines. It is a fertilized duck egg boiled and eaten in the shell while still warm. You can search Google on how it looks. Lima beans. Like little packets of sawdust. Coconut flakes. Non-crispy chicken. Lima beans' misery of childhood. Mushrooms. Okra nauseated face. Any soft food like spinach dip with crunchy onions hidden throughout. Also, eating a soft piece of chicken just to be jump scared with a hard piece of rubbery gristle. Pig brains. Raw tomatoes. Eggplant. Water chestnuts. Celery. Reading your replies to everyone, and I've started to notice you have a wild palate. Bananas. Octopus or squid. The skin of peaches. I have to peel it off. Head cheese. Soft-shelled crab. Coconut feels like eating grass. Oysters have the most inedible textures. Raw tomatoes. How can something have three distinct textures at the same time and they're all terrible? Avocado. I want to die. Beans. And I'm from South Texas, so it's amazing I survived childhood. Grits. Jello. Oatmeal. Apple sauce. Give me a solid or a liquid, but not this mushy in between. Tapioca. Cooked mushrooms. Everything about runny yolks makes me gag. Avocado. Absolutely terrifying texture. Eggs. Flan. Cooked kale, I literally gag. And fat on meat. Creamed spinach. Peas. Little green puke balls, face vomiting. Boiled peanuts. Lived in the deep South US for a few years and I just can't bring myself to eat those slimy gas station turds. Meringue. Tofu. It's gelatinous yet not creamy. Slimy but solid. And turns to beige grainy paste instantly. I've really tried, but it comes off as congealed blood. Banana. I got sick eating the cafeteria lasagna in first grade. Ever since then I can't eat anything with hot cream cheese. And I'm pretty sure it is entirely a texture thing. Boba. Grits. Quinoa. Onions. I love the flavor but cannot stand biting into one, cooked or raw. Avocados. Mango that is fibrous and stringy. Banana. Water chestnut. Lettuce. Runny eggs. Mushrooms. Cottage cheese and flan. Strawberries. Celery. Man spunk. Soup with bits. Yogurt with bits. I can't do bits. Smooth or I can't eat. I can add fresh fruit to yogurt. Nuts okay. Also mashed potato must be smooth. No unmashed bits and must never be mixed with other veggies etc. Seeing peas mixed with mash makes me jittery. Note ice cream with bits is okay lol. For me it's mango. I love the flavor but I can't do the texture. Too slimy. Mushrooms cooked or otherwise. Mushroom. Mushrooms, slimy wet sponge nauseated face. Refried cooked beans. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Bread cheese, a specific Finnish kind of cheese. Known in the US as Finnish squeaky cheese according to Wikipedia. Makes my hairs stand on end with how it feels. Mushrooms are bad too. Just not as bad. Which is an extra shame. Since I like the taste of them. Also, if there's a piece of meat with like a slab of fat attached to it, often found in meat soups. Which I otherwise like. If that fat touches the inside of my mouth, it's a 50-50 gamble on whether I throw up on the spot or just completely lose my appetite for a day. There is no food that I cannot eat because of textural issues. All food quakes at my coming. Food itself lives in constant fear that I will find it and consume it. I have been to the outer limits of the cuisine of man and found nothing beyond my ken. Eggs. Coconut. Coconut oil is amazing. And coconut-flavored things are good too. But actual coconut feels like chewing on sandy styrofoam. Watermelon. Soggy cereal or soggy cake, just EW. Shrimp, oysters, lobster. I'm close to gagging thinking about it. Way too many. I have sensory sensitives from my autism. The main food I can't eat due to texture is bacon. It smells amazing but texture. Avocado. I know. Good fats and all that. I just can't. I can do a small amount of guacamole but not straight avocado. Gefilte fish. Gizzard. Honestly doesn't taste too bad, but the chewy while also being crunchy grainy is some of the weirdest texture mix I have ever experienced. Broccoli. The stalk is awful to bite through. I always choke on the little buds. Cooked or raw. Can't do it. The shellfish mentioned would probably be on my list. But I'm allergic. Cottage cheese has a terrible texture. But I also don't like the taste. I'm autistic. How much time do you have? Pineapples. I've said this for the longest time. Love the flavor. Don't mind pineapple flavored things. But the fruit itself is bleh. Shrimp. It's like biting into something that went bad. Watermelon. Just gross texture. Applesauce. Mussels nauseated face. Raw tomatoes. I love tomatoes products, but raw tomatoes make me gag. Mushrooms. Certain steaks I don't like the chewy feeling. I hate having to chew gum to eat meat. None that I know of. I eat raw squid because the texture feels like a nose. Licorice. Twizzlers style. Anise-flavored things are fine. But the texture of licorice is just nasty. Pudding or yogurt. Okra. Water chestnuts. Hard-boiled eggs. The texture of what I imagine eating an eyeball would be like. With a bonus fart center. Lychee. The flavor is incredible, but I'm just not into eating eyeballs lol. Mushrooms FS. Menudo face vomiting. My parents' generation all love it, but all my cousins and siblings hate it lol. Hummus.